Welcome to the Franchise Freedom Podcast, where you can escape the corporate trap through franchise ownership. Here's your host, Giuseppe Grammatico, the Franchise Guide.
When you say franchise, the first franchise I think of, for me personally, through my frame of reference, is Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
I grew up working for Peter Cancro in one of the local
Of
stores.
course.
I mean, he's an inspiration from a business standpoint for me, not only because he took a loan out from his football coach. I believe the high school football coach gave him some money to start up the original store in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. He bet on himself, and look, he just sold to BlackRock for $8 billion, right? The numbers are insane, but you know what's even more inspirational for me is the fact that along the way, he was able to help so many different people and charities and make people's lives better, systemically, individually. I know personally we were impacted because he donated iPads to my children's private school. It says a lot about a person, right? When you can be that successful and that rich, right? And still keep that notion of civic duty, and altruism in the forefront of your mind while you're growing meteorically across the world, right? He must have been so focused on growth and scaling, which he did an amazing job. I mean, you could do a test case. You could study his growth. I mean, as a franchise guy, I'm not a franchise guy, but I would imagine that's a company that you would look at and say, wow, that's just a perfectly scripted, franchise model. And they still make a good sandwich, right?
Yeah, they do. I'm a big fan, not because, it's in my backyard, but yeah, I'm a big fan. And yes, it was not easy. They were not a franchise originally, but yeah, it took a leap of faith. It took a loan. I mean, shit, you got to pay that loan back, especially it's like, I got to make this work. I know I took a loan for my grandparents. I'm like, if there's someone I have to pay, I got to pay them back. When I was denied for a loan when I started over 20 years ago in the last business. So it's not easy, but yeah, it starts with that dream, but really getting educated as to kind of why you want to do it. There's a lot of easier ways to make money. I tell people, you can get a corporate job, work 9 to 5. Maybe you don't love it, but you come home and you're done. Friday night, you're done. You don't have to worry about work until Monday. But at some point, it's like you start missing something. Like there's more to this. There's some meaning. Yeah, am I helping people? Going back to Jersey Mike's, it's really using the fame, using the money, leveraging that to help. He helps everyone, schools. At the local high school, they talk about entrepreneurship and what it takes to start a business. And they hand out like $50 gift cards to all the kids. And they were just in awe, giving back. He wasn't there. He had his staff there, but it was like, these are ways that we can help our community. So it's nice not to forget where you came from and really inspire and help others. This has been fun. I'm sure we can definitely talk for hours, and I want to be respectful of your time. So the audience, a lot of people listening are, corporate execs. They're looking for a change, whether it be part-time business ownership, full-time, leaving the job, just dipping their toe and learning a little bit. So these are people looking to make the leap into owning a business. What are, some of the top, pieces of advice you want to leave the audience with today?
Well, I think it goes back to what you said previously about not knowing where to start, right? I think I never felt that way. I always felt like I had every resource at my disposal. Like you mentioned, the internet provides us with all the knowledge of the universe at our fingertip. But I think what might be missing from some of those people that get paralyzed, and they're analyzing everything and maybe they feel stuck and they don't know where to start. Maybe they don't feel like they had the support, either growing up or presently from their family. That's a big part of what gives me the comfort and the confidence to do what I do every day. Not only because I feel like I'm helping people, we're literally making people feel better, right?
Yeah.
Which is something that I never realized the power of. I've gotten some feedback, some anecdotal feedback on TikTok Live. It was during a TikTok Live, and I'll leave you with this because I think it's very poignant. Somebody who I thought was being a troll said, Sorsoap helped me lose 45 pounds. And I said, come on. And I kind of ignored it. As you're scrolling through the comments, you kind of ignore the ones that are trying to bait you. So again, a couple seconds later, 45 pounds I lost because of your soap. I said, okay, if I interact with this guy or girl, are they going to, flame me or something? So finally I gave in. I said, okay, what gives? How did you lose 45 pounds? But they said, I used Sorsoap on my shin splints and I was able to start running again. And I was able to lose 45 pounds. And that hit me. That's the moment I knew that I was doing the right thing. It brought a tear to my eye. Like we never envisioned helping people in this way.
Right.
I just had an idea for a product and we turned it into a company, but we're impacting people in a positive way. And I don't think I would have the confidence to be comfortable, even with imposter syndrome at times creeping in, unless my mother she raised me to believe in myself. She raised me to look at things from a different viewpoint, to be creative. And I think if I could leave anything with people thinking about getting into starting their own business, is just believe in yourself, look at things in a different way. And the most important thing that my mother taught me is treat people the way you want to be treated. And that goes for whether I'm coaching soccer or I'm interacting with Columbia Business School, talking with them. I don't care if they're the janitor or another CEO of a company. Treat them the way I want to be treated. And a lot of people twist that rule around. These days they say, well, I'm treating you the way you treated me. That's not it.
Right.
My mother was very clear about it. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And that has gotten me very far. I don't measure it by, again, profits and losses or annual income. That's not that important to me. I'm hoping that if I can help enough people and we can build enough of a customer base and show people how they can feel better by using our products and really do it in a genuine and authentic way, then that other stuff like the exits and the growth and the scaling, they'll all take care of themselves.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Very, very well said. I love that. I think we had the same parents. You nailed it, right? You start focusing on too many areas, on the wrong thing, and yet you lose sight of what's most important, what's right in front of you. So that's some of the better advice that we've received.
Want to experience the recovery power of Sorsoap? Visit Sorsoap.com and treat yourself to feeling better today. And for more inspiring stories and franchise insights, stay tuned to the Franchise Freedom Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to learn how to make the transition from corporate to owning your franchise, join Giuseppe on the next episode. You can also follow on all social media platforms and achieve financial and time freedom today.